Alright everyone, welcome to my first redo of the first lesson in video. I am your GBO2 teacher, Kadasin, and today I'll be teaching you about the basics, the lobby, the features of the lobby, and basic mobile suit controls. So first of all, I would like to introduce what is the game of GBO2 to all of you. So like, what is it about? So it is a free-to-play third-person FPS that features 4v4, 5v5, or 6v6 multiplayer matches, and it is also a PlayStation game and an upcoming game towards PC this year, featuring Gundam anime showing the UC timeline era, such as the Gundam, Gundam Mark II, Zeta, Double Zeta, New, Unicorn, and so on and so forth. So, as you enter the game, you would see the main thing in the lobby, so which is also your customized avatar in game. The lobby is big and serves a lot of functions in the game as well as NPCs to talk to. First of all, is the reward center. This is your so-called present box to claim anything in-game, such as dailies, tokens, and anything that can be claimed is right in here. And then secondly, you could go here in this seemingly hot area is the clan camp NPC and register to view your clan and such in detail, such as here. So each clan can have up to 30 fixed and max members. All are led by a clan leader and monitored by his sub-leaders or the vice presidents, and can be a max of 7 each clan. All clans are faced with clan missions, where if completed can give you in-game currency such as DP and tokens. And the clan camp NPC is used to search or create a clan of your own. However, you need to reach a certain military rank or personal rank, not online rank, to create one. Pardon me, this is still loading. So there, this is the clan camp NPC. Excuse me, I have the flu. Where you can, this is where you can search your own clan, create a clan, or leave the clan, or to convert clan invite. Next part of the lobby is the hangar. And here is the hangar NPC. This is where you can enhance your mobile suit enhancement values. So you just go to hangar, and then you select if there was an open one, if there's an open slot. Now it's currently all in use. So for teaching purposes, I will go to my menu and go to my mobile suit count. So, when a certain mobile suit reaches a certain number based on the right side shown here, an enhancement is unlocked and permanently increases the mobile suit stats and other functions. And every time you enhance, the timer to enhance said mobile suit is as fixed at 70 hours. However, it can be decreased by every 5 hours by mechanic tickets that can be taken by dupes via gacha. So, right now it's currently in 40, 43, 42, and 31 hours, but fixed rate every time you enhance is stuck at 70 hours. And can be reduced by mechanic tickets on the upper right shown based on the rarity of each mobile suit by about 5 hours. So if you want to be immediately enhanced, you need 14 mechanic tickets for one enhancement. Also, it is further to know that each fixed amount, our default amount of every time you enhance a mobile suit after 70 hours is at least 100. So this is why you see enhancing in the middle of this area it says 100. However, these chances can multiply. If you're lucky, it can be up to 200, 300, or even 400 in the off chance. Next, you would walk up here is the supply counter. Excuse me. This is the gacha area, and this is the gacha NPC. This is where you can gacha for good suits and weapons that are suitable to its corresponding mobile suit can be equipped by. There are 4 types of rarities in the gacha, which is 1 star being bronze crate, 2 star for being silver, 3 stars being gold, and 4 star being platinum. This is where you can buy other available mobile suits in the DP counter. Weapons, custom parts, or even patterns. Oh, not patterns. To buy even aesthetics for clothes and accessories here. Of course, it's your choice, and you can all be obtained by using DP or recycle tickets. DP is what you call the regular in-game currency. It is like the common money, silver. It can be obtained by mainly playing matches, but sometimes obtained by completing the battle simulator battles, monthly missions, clan missions, and many more. Recycle tickets, on the other hand, that can be exchanged in the daily changing shop to get other mobile suits, or even weapons, custom parts that are normally seen in the DP store. So check daily for something good. Next up is the Battle Simulator NPC. So within the battle simulator, you're given 3 simulations to try out: trial, survival, and boss. Trial simulations are where a free 4-star mobile suit can be tried out and meet enemies in there within the time limit of 3 minutes. This can be also done with your teammates of up to a team of 3, and do your best to win using the available suits that are pre-selected. Survival simulations are where you have to choose a mobile suit that you own and fight against waves of enemies until you hit a certain number of waves and defeat the enemies to win. For boss simulations are where you will fight massive and heavy-hitting mobile armors. There are no simple feat to beat, as they usually have a large health bar and hard to kill within minutes. But each boss has a stun gauge where you can fill up by attacking a certain part of the boss body to stun and deal double damage to it for a fixed amount of time before getting back up to fight again. Lastly, here is the sortie counter. This is the place to queue up to play online. There is rated, basic, custom, free practice, and event. Rated is where you will team up with other people and fight another team that are close to your online ranking points. If you win, you gain ranking points that will determine your overall pilot rank online. And these are the modes you can choose from. Quick matches are matches that won't affect your online rank and looking for a casual match to play, in short. Custom matches is where you can set up your own matches, rules, and costs to play with your friends or clanmates. Free practice is where you can practice your mobile suit's weapons, be familiar with it, how it works, and more. Event is where ranked matches and clan matches appear in. Ranked matches are matches where you will be grouped up with a bunch of other people in a group similar to online ranking points, as you will fight against each other for the top spots in the group in your official online ranking. This is internationally, by the way. Clan matches, however, are weekly and are shown when it is available within the date and time shown below. During, it says, in the session period. But take note, only people within your clan can be invited and can play in clan matches. Next, we will move on over to the basic controls of the mobile suit. Excuse me. Alright, so here are the basic controls over through the mobile suit. I just went to the middle of the map for a better area and look. So here, first off, over left stick is your movement. You can move it in any direction you want and whatsoever. And right analog stick is where you could turn and aim as well to see around you. Your mobile suit will also move accordingly to the body. Next is to jump is to your L1. You can even hold it down longer to take up. You can hold it down longer. However, it takes longer to charge up. However, the more you hold, the higher your jump will be. Excuse that. And if you're in mid-air after pressing L1, you can press L2 again to descend down immediately, at the same time in a straight downward position. Now let's go over to the crouch and prone. To crouch, just simply press L2. This will increase your overall damage and death by a flat 5% in your stats. And if you have a shield, a certain part of your body will be shielded from incoming damage. However, you cannot move and be as mobile while standing up. So if you want that increased death or attack and death, you need to simply go crouch. However, you cannot move and you'll be able to be damaged as so. Next is the prone. To go prone, just simply hold until you are in this kind of position, prone position. This will allow your in this position, your damage and death will be increased by 10% and can be staggered in such an other ways, such as here. There we go. However, you will be stuck in this position until you go from crouching to standing up in a position, and will have limited area as your mobile suit is prone. So you cannot essentially turn as such a lot. So in order to get up from prone, you need to simply use your left analog stick to move up. From crouch to from proning to crouch to standing up. That's when you can only move again. R3 is your scope or zooming in. This is your so-called sniping mode. In this mode, this will enable you to get a better view of your shot accurately than in the waistline, such as here. If you enable sniper mode while proning or crouching, the damage buff stack, and if you prone if you snipe while proning, this does stack and gives a total of 15% in damage increase. See the difference? However, be aware that if you snipe while proning, your vision will be limited, and the lack of radar makes you less aware of what will be coming to your side and back. As you can see in normal view, you have a radar on the upper right there. However, when you go into sniping mode, this will be negated, meaning you cannot see who is coming in, and this will give you the lack of awareness, making you able to be jumped up from behind or on the side. Next is the directional buttons. These are your so-called quick shot. This is also like commands to tell you to communicate with your team. So so this is used mainly to tell with your team to what is happening on the field, as communication is key to winning these types of battles more often than not. So be sure to call out using the quick shots, like using the snipers. There's like stealth units on the field. There's enemies jamming the radar, and so much more. Next is the R1. R1 is your switching of weapons. This will go over with the order of your weapon loadout immediately. So, as such, this is the weapon loadout. So this is R1 is to switch simply your weapons by one through the weapon loadout. And if you hold R1, then if you put in the key inputs, you can immediately cut short of the weapons you need. Excuse me. So if you place in your shortcuts and key inputs properly, you can do have faster switch time, as it enables for you to pull which weapon is needed for the case whenever the situation calls for it. It is available anytime during spawning, knockdown, or even boosting, cycling or even boosting. This is helpful especially when you are, instead of cycling through your entire weapon roster to look which one is needed, become more efficient in the battlefield. R2 is your normal firing button. This is for all weapons to be fired, especially whether it's a bazooka, beam saber, Vulcans, funnels, or either incoms, and so much more. Next, triangle is excuse me. Next, triangle. Triangle is your tackle button. Tackles deals damage to the first moves that hits in front of it, causing enemies to stagger. In this state of tackling, your Momosu gains iframes or invincibility frames. Hence, look in the HP bar, becoming white. However, tackling takes your entire thruster gauge, making you overheat, as you cannot boost or tackle again while your gauge is overheated, limiting your options for mobility very severely and proning yourself to being bullied or jumped on by the entire enemy team. So, knowing when to tackle is also another key point of the mechanic, as if you tackle, you have overheat, meaning you cannot boost in whatsoever any other way. If you tackle, and if you mistime that, you're gonna get jumped through the whole enemy team, more than one way or another. And next is the countering. Hang on. Excuse me. Actually, I'm being jumped by so much AIs. Hang on. Alright, so next up is tackling. Countering, sorry. Timing your tackle to an enemy's melee attack causes your mobile suit to counter. Countering makes your enemy topple or fall down, restoring your thrusters to full, and completely have iframes for the entire duration of the counter animation. Should you fall short on your timing, a tackle is done instead. So as the enemy has a melee, and if I fall short towards it, a tackle is only done. However, if I time properly accordingly to the enemy's melee attacks, I can do a counter instead. And I cannot see it, it's really dark. Hang on. Get rid of that. I can only focus on one for the sake of the lessons, and it's actually easier. So if I fall short on timing when the enemy has a melee weapon sense like a beam saber, only tackle is done. However, if I'm able to time correctly, if I time correctly with the enemy's melee, you get a counter. So you gotta time it really hard and well. Also, it is important to note that whenever your enemies rush their melee, won't mean they won't always attack you immediately. So you gotta learn how to bait and predict your enemy's movement. Can you even exploit their eagerness to kill you to turn into a turntable of counters and push them back on the ropes? Next up is your circle. Doing in your mobile suit is your emergency escape when you normally can't go out of your normal suit the normal way, which is normally crouching, then pressing circle to exit. So that's the normal way to exit your mobile suit. However, to immediately go out, you just hold circle and wait for 3 seconds. So it takes emergency escape takes 3 seconds to pull off without being hit or staggered by the enemy. Should the enemy stagger you, the process is interrupted and you have to start over from the top of the 3 seconds. However, and next is square, is your reload button for ammo-based weaponry. Such as such, it's all now reloading. This is to replenish back to the full amount, but do take note how long it takes to reload as you cannot fire the weapon as well it is reloading. Limiting your options, so know when to reload and not reload can mean life or death. So if I fire, then I reload, I cannot fire it while it is trying to reload. And there's always a long reload time for each weapon. There can be, depending on which weapon how long it can reload. Lastly is your X. This is your boosting button. You can even hold it to keep going to the direction as you push with your left analog stick. can even use the right stick while boosting to turn yourself to go boosting in the desired direction you want to go in. So if I want to boost out of here, but I go in a sideways, you can use your right analog stick to steer yourself. However, do take note of your thruster gauge, because if you push your thruster gauge to the end, it will cause into the overheat state. You must wait for your thruster gauge to go back down before enabling you to boost once more, as the cooldown depends on how much you have placed in. So meaning, if you place a lot on your thruster gauge, or have custom parts that adds thrusters, the overheat will take so much longer down. And I cannot boost while it is overheating. Such, I am pressing X repeatedly and I cannot boost, so this is limiting my mobility options by a lot. So you need to take note how much you are consuming to even boost and get away to get in and out of a situation. So that will be all for the controls on ground. I will do another video later on in space, and if you get used to the controls, you can even be good as me one day. As I am an S-rank player, you can even do stuff like this. They will be all pilots, and hope I will see you soon on the battlefield.